Welcome to Stampin' Up with Jamie. That's me. Thank you so much for catching this on replay or live. I am super excited about today's card, mostly because it's a Christmas card A, which, by the way, you may think, how in the world am I possibly making Christmas cards? Well, because I have to make a lot of them. And if I start early now, I know I will have more time later on. And so I am starting and getting going. And hopefully, come November, I won't be quite as stressed. Hey, Rosie, thanks for watching. I will let you know ahead of time. I am still fighting this cough, this cold that I've been fighting for I don't know, weeks. So I am going to desperately try not to have a complete coughing fit during this video. If I do, I apologize. Okay, so this card uses brand new spanking product. I am just so in love with it. Mostly because anytime I can get something that I can do lots with, I'm all over that. And if you're familiar with our Art in Bloom bundle and the annual catalog, it's very similar product to that in that it's a trio bundle. So what does that even mean? Normally a bundle is like a stamp set and dies or a stamp set and a punch. This is a trio, so it comes with a stamp set, dies, and an embossing folder, and they all beautifully work together. They make making this card or Christmas cards super easy. You can use them separately, you can use them together, you can use two of them together, you can use just a couple of these together or all three of them together. You can use them individually. You can just do so much with this product, and I think you're going to really like it. It's super user friendly. I'm going to walk you through the whole thing, how you can use them together and whatnot, and I think you're going to have lots of ideas and want to add this to your wish list. Hey, Karen. So this product is from the July to December mini catalog. All my customers should have received theirs by now. If you do not currently have a demonstrator that you order from and would like a copy of the catalog, please let me know. I would be more than happy to drop one in the mail for you as soon as I can. I can't show you the inside per Stampin' Up rules. I want to be on my best behavior, but this is the cover. It's really pretty. And if you are specifically looking for this bundle, you can find it on page 43 of the mini catalog. On the right hand side there, you'll find this product. Hey, Krista, thanks so much for coming and joining me today. Okay, so I'm just going to dive in. The tips and tricks I'll give along the way. Here's a closer look at the stamp set. I love the different greenery and stuff that we can add, and the poinsettias. I love a good sentiment, and we have a couple of them. I love these because you can use them for the outside as well as the inside, and you can mix and match as you would like. I'm a sucker for anything holly, and so I love that we have some holly leaves and berries. So fun. They coordinate in the bundle with the Merriest Frames dies. I'm going to try so hard not to cough, but oh boy, the more I talk, it makes me want to cough. So this is going to be fun. Okay, I'm going to show you these two bigger dies in a second once we get stamping and creating. But we have some outline dies here that coordinate with the stamped images, some standalone poinsettia flowery ones, and then we have this square that we're going to use as well. It is stitched, so yay. I love anything stitched, is right up my alley. And then this is the embossing folder, which is glorious, and I'm going to show you again. I always feel these pictures don't quite do the embossing folders justice, but it's just so pretty. Really lovely embossing folder. And so if maybe your budget is tight, if maybe you just are I only would need to get one thing, I would definitely consider getting this one. You can mix and match so many of these different images, the different sentiments, and make a variety of cards using this one single product. I feel like you're going to really want to add this to your wish list. It is available beginning August 3rd. If you are like me and you can't get it fast enough, now would be a great time to get the starter kit. You can add this product to the starter kit. So let's dive in. My card is starting off with thick, I almost said whisper white, thick basic white cardstock, 4 1/4 by 11, scored at 5 1/2. I need to get this now. Yes, me too, Karen. It was a must. Okay, so I'm just Folding that in half. This is literally just going to be my card base. I'm going to glue everything onto this. I'm not actually doing any stamping or embossing on this, but that is our card base off of which everything will be built. I will say I'm going to switch up the colors a little bit. For this one here, I did Shaded Spruce, Cherry Cobbler, and Soft Succulent. And I'm going to switch up the dark green. I'm going to go with an Evening Evergreen. I'm going to stick with the Soft Succulent and the Cherry Cobbler. So when I'm done, you're going to have to let me know which one you like the most. Okay. So I have a piece of Evening Evergreen 4 1/4 by 5 1/2, so the complete size of the card front. And I'm going to do a duo emboss and cut out at the same time. Again, this is the brilliance of this bundle. It's what makes it super special, super easy to use, and super quick. So we have two big dies here, okay? We have this one that is just the outline. That's all it is, okay? Then we have this one, which is also an outline, but it has more detail in it. Okay, this one we're going to set aside for now. This is the one that you want. The one that is the big outline, has no detail in it. This is the one that is going to literally fit right inside of our embossing folder. Okay, I just have to figure out. I think it goes, no, or does it go this way? I always have to figure out which way it goes. I think it's this way. Let's see. It is this way. Okay, so on the side of the embossing folder that's the Stampin' Up! Logo is on. Okay, there's two sides. One has like the copyright and one has the Stampin' Up! Logo. On the side of the Stampin' Up! Logo, you're going to see, can you see? The impression in there. And this die is literally going to fit right in it. There's a little groove that goes around this outside and the die literally just sits in it. So I can't budge that. It's like there's a groove that is literally laying in. Okay, so you're going to put your die, you're going to move it, finagle it until it literally is sitting right in that groove. Okay. Then I'm going to take my cardstock and cover the die. Now, okay, you may want to go a smidge longer than 5 1/2 because it's like perfectly fits, but like barely, like I probably should have cut it a little longer. So maybe go a little longer than 5 1/2, maybe go 5 3/4, just to have a little extra wiggle room. I'm cutting it a little close here, but I think I can make it work. It's a make it work moment. Okay, so I fold it over. I have my cardstock. I have my die, and I'm going to run that through my embossing machine here. It all goes through as one big happy family, and when you open it, okay, ready? Everybody gasp. Ooh, ah. Okay, that's what we're left with. This beautifully embossed, like the detail. Oh, I did cut it off a little bit there. Oh, should I do it again? Oh, I thought I had it. Okay, hold on. Let's do this again. We're going to do it again. We'll have another opportunity to okay, so you're definitely going to want to cut it a little longer. I'm going to do it. Let's do it again. We'll do it again. We'll have another ooh and ah moment. So this one I'm going to cut to 4 1/4. I should have cut it the other way. Oh, well. I'm going to cut a 4 1/4 by 6. Let's just go super long and make sure we're not cutting it too close. It is like the flower one, Karen. Yep, it's a threefer. It's not a twofer, it's a threefer. And exactly the same. It fits. Nope, this way. Okay, let's try this again. I'm going to put my cardstock a little longer. I'm not going to cut it short this time. It's all in there. The die, the cardstock, the embossing folder. I'm going to wind it through my embossing machine. And everybody's going to ooh and ah again. Ooh, ah. Okay, there we go. So we get this beautifully embossed. I love the detail. Here's the thing. You could stop here, okay? You could stop here, call it a day, put this on your card front, add the sentiment, the details, and you're done, okay? But you can go one step further, okay? I said we were going to use that other big die. So if you take this die, okay? Now this one's not going to fit in your embossing folder. If you try and get this in here, it is not going to work. It's got too many details, It's got too many details here. It's not going to sit in the groove. But if we fit them together, the cardstock will now literally fit right into that die. The die fits right into it. And let me just switch my plates out here. I gotta put my cutting plate in now. Okay, the cardstock is now into the more detailed die. I'm gonna set that in, run it through. Okay. I'm gonna need seriously another ooh and ah here. Ready? Ooh, ah. This little piece comes out. Little piece. Take your time. Don't rip it. Comes out, and where's my take your pick tool? And then there's some other little pieces in here that pop out as well. Add that. Is there another one? This one, this one, this one, and that one. Any others? Am I missing any more? Yep. Got a little one there. Am I good? Am I missing any others? I don't think so. Okay, so you use that second detail die, and look, it just cuts out, it makes it more detailed. So let me bring back that other one, my oops. It'll be a perfect comparison, okay? So you can use the embossing folder with just the outline die, but then you can go one step further and use the embossing and take this image and then run it through again with the more detailed die, and you cuts out all those little pieces, all the little bits. So depending on what your look you're going for, you can keep it like this, or you can keep it like that. Two different looks, both with this just beautiful, beautiful detail in it. I just love, I just love how there's depth. Like this is a flat piece of cardstock, right? And like, look at that right there. One leaf is kind of overlapping the other, and you really see that detail. It's just gorgeous. So, so, so gorgeous. And if you're looking for quick and simple, like let's whip these cards out, you could keep it just like this, put it maybe on some designer series paper in the background, put your sentiment, and be done. You don't even have to add the other little bits, but you could, and that's what we're going to do, because when you can just pizzazz the thing up, let's just pizzazz the thing up, right? Okay, let me, while I still have the embossing folder out, I'm going to do one last thing. Where is my card? There is my card. Sorry, I'm like spreading and it's going, there's stuff everywhere. I didn't want it just on a plain basic white. So what I did is that I then took another panel. Let me just make sure. 4 1/4. Why is that long? 4 1/4 by 5 1/2. Hold on. I'm just going to trim it. It's a little longer than 4 1/4. I'm not sure how that happened. A piece of basic white, 4 1/4, 5 1/2. And what I'm going to do is just emboss it. I'm going to use that same embossing folder, and I'm going to run this through my machine I'm not so worried about this being embossed, but there's like this snow, I'm calling it, I guess, I don't know, that gets embossed like all around, and I still wanted that to show up. And so, hold on, let me just make that a smudge. Higher. I don't know. We're going to try that. Maybe. We can do this. I can do this. Okay, we're going to run that through. So while I have my embossing folder still out, let me just do this quickly. Okay, so now this is going to go on my card front. Remember I said that my thick basic white is literally just the card base, and that's because we're going to do some layering. I totally went off the edge there. Oh, well. Oh, well. Okay, we're going to just put some adhesive on this, and this is going to cover, this is 4 1/4 by 5 1/2 if I missed it. It's going to go on our complete card front, like so. And then I'm going to take this, it is going to hang off the top ever so slightly. It's going to be fine though. And I'm going to dimensional the heck out of it. Yes, I am now using it as a verb. Oh, let me get some mini ones so I can get some of those edges. Now, because there's so much depth in this embossed cardstock here. You're not going to be really able to see the dimensionals a ton, but it does give it a nice little lift. So if you want like a little bit of a detail, go ahead and do the dimensionals like I am, but I don't think it's like an absolute necessary. I'm kind of obsessed with dimensionals, so basically anytime I can use them, I do. I feel like there should be like dimensional anonymous or something. I'm addicted. I can't help myself. So I'm just going to pull these off, and I'm going to layer this right over our embossed card front. Now, let's just take a moment to pause for a second. I love simple cards. You know I do. I love simple designs. I love minimal color. It's just it's my style. Everybody has a style, and they create what they like. But if I wanted a super simple card, that is crooked. I'm so tempted to do that again. I think I'm going to do that again. I didn't realize that the rectangle's crooked, but you could leave this just a white Christmas card, and I love white Christmas cards. So you could leave this just as is. You could do like gold embossed in the center here. How pretty would that be? So, you know, you can do as much or as little with this card as you want, and either keep it super simple. Like I would love to just keep this as is and do like a gold heat embossed here with maybe like a nice bow or ribbon. I think would be very pretty. I'm going to redo that. That's bothering me. That's bothering me. Hold on. I'm going to do it again. Where's my... Okay. Seems like I'm just basically making 2 cards today because I keep redoing everything I'm doing. But I am a stickler for doing things right and doing them right the first time, or second time in this case. So let's see if I can pull that card front off. I'm not sure I'm going to be able to because I like loaded it with adhesive. If not, I'll just get another piece. Oh, I can totally get it off. Oh, don't rip. I came this far. Don't rip now. Okay. Let me run this through. I'm going to try and do it a little better and keep it a little, I guess I didn't put it in really straight. I'm going to try and use that top up there. Because I want that rectangle was not straight, like, at all. Okay, let's try this again. It's going to come off the edge. Oh, wow. Let me just run this through. So use your embossing folder. Oh, that's much better. That's much straighter. Your embossing folder has a line up here. So definitely use that to your advantage. You know, if you're trying to do something straight, you can totally use that as a gauge, you know, to getting your cardstock in there straight. Okay, let's try this again. Take 2. Take 2. Hopefully I don't need to take 3. Okay, here we go. I think I took all the backings. Oh, no, I missed one. I missed one. I lied. There. Now I think I took all the... Nope, I lied again. I missed all the mini ones. Okay, there we go. And it goes like this. And I'm literally... This is a little tricky. So, if you know, you can always just liquid glue it if you want a little bit of a wiggle room. But I like a challenge. I'm just going to adhere this one over the other. Okay. Okay, there we go. You're going to have to tell me as I go, which one do you like more? Do you like the shaded spruce or the evening evergreen? I don't know. Oh, I did deck backwards. I mean, does it really matter? But I guess I had this one reversed. Doesn't really matter. Okay, what do I want to do next? You're going to need a piece of basic white to do all your stamping. And there is a bunch of stamping that we're going to do. Let's see here. Let's do all the cherry cobbler first. You know what? I meant to test my cherry cobbler ahead of time, and I totally didn't. Let me just take a scrap piece here and see how we're doing. It was super, super juicy before. Oh, we're good. Okay. And so I kind of pushed it down. Here's the thing. Okay, let me give you a little tip because my ink pads are going crazy right now. If in the humid months, or if you're in a space that tends to be humid, I am in my basement. My finished basement, so it is naturally going to be more humid. and especially during the summer months. If your ink pads are super juicy and you find that you're not getting a nice crisp image, all I do is I do this one, that's why it's got a hint of red to it. I just take a block, you can use the back of a spoon, you can use an old credit card, and I literally just push down on my ink pad, pushing that ink down. And that does help sort of, it just helps. Trust me, it just helps. It will give you a much crisper image. It just sometimes with the humidity, the ink tends to just be too much. So it just kind of pushes it all down. Okay, I'm stamping all these images, the 2 poinsettia images and my holly berries and cherry cobbler. I'm going to do all the cutting later, but I'm going to stamp first. I guess I should do the sentiment too. A joyful Christmas to you and yours. Of course, there are a bunch to choose from, but I really like this one, so we're going to go with this for the front. Okay, beautiful. I will apologize for my nails. They're horrible. I was doing some weeding for a friend yesterday. I do not have plants. My garden is minimal. I do not have a green thumb. I kill plants. That's what I do with plants. But we are kind of house sitting for them right now. And so I was working in her garden and my nails got all yucky. Okay. And I kept thinking, oh my gosh, I have my live tomorrow. The timing of this is horrible. Okay, so then we're going to, let's see here, let me show you. So these are poinsettia berries. That was all cherry cobbler. The 2 sort of pine images down here, I'm going to do soft succulent. We have 3 different holly leaves. I'm going to use the largest in the middle, and I'm going to stamp them in soft succulent. And then we have this just really beautiful greenery here, and I'm going to stamp that one in evening evergreen. So and I'm going to have to cut all these out, so you're going to have to just be patient with me. I didn't really want to do any of the cutting ahead of time. I wanted to do it live for you. So there's one, the larger one, and then there's a smaller one. Oops. Ta-da. Then we have the 2 leaves, holly leaves. 1, 2. Again, all this will be available beginning August 3rd, which also starts our celebration August 3rd, which is really exciting. So an opportunity for you to earn free product just by placing qualifying orders. So there's a level 1, and then there's level 2, and level 1 is if you place a $50 order, level 2 is if you place a $100 order, and then there's free product that you can choose depending on which order you place. So you could get this. Let's do the math. Let me get my catalog out. That I stamped in evening evergreen. Oh, I love that color so much. Let's do the math. What did I say? Page 43. Is that the page? Oh my gosh, I remembered that. That's impossible. So this bundle here is, if you're shopping in the United States, is $54. So you can get this bundle and it will earn you 1 free level 1 item in celebration. So, yay. Who doesn't love free? Everybody loves free. I love free. Okay, we're going to get lots of these out. We need this guy, and we need this guy, and this. Actually, we need all of these. This, and this, and this, this. Did I get the berry? No. Wow. I basically used, oh no, hold on, I take that back. I need that one too. I basically used all the dies except for 5. So we are getting our money's worth out of this one. I love it so much. Okay, let me switch these around. Okie dokie. And we're going to do some die cutting. So just bear with me here. I'm going to do it off camera. Hopefully I can do this so it doesn't take too long, but I want to be accurate as well. So as you're seeing these 2 cards, let me know in the comment, which one are you liking more? Do you like the shaded spruce, like my sample, or do you like the one I'm doing now, the evening evergreen? Or maybe you have to wait to see the final product. Yes, thank you, Rosie. You reminded me last week too. If you are enjoying this video, finding it helpful, interesting, inspirational, please give me a thumbs up. I would appreciate it. And while you're at it, go ahead and subscribe to the channel. If you subscribe, you will get an email notification and a YouTube notification every time I go live or if I upload a video, so you don't miss on anything. There are some specials and deals coming up, like celebration. So if you aren't already receiving my weekly tips and updates email, go ahead and do so. You can find that link at jamieb.com. It will go out today, and I do have some fun things I'm throwing in there for you, things you're going to find helpful and interesting. And that does go out weekly. And just for getting my weekly tips and trick updates, you will receive 5 free, quick and easy card tutorials. So I know you're busy. I know I'm busy. So I find when life is crazy, when I'm pinched for time, quick and easy cards are my go-to. So you'll get that tutorial, those tutorials as well. That will automatically come to you when you sign up for my weekly email. Okay. We are almost there. I got these big guys to go, and then the cutting will be done. We'll adhere it all together and call it a day. So as I finish cutting here, have you been working on Christmas cards? Have you been trying to get ahead? I know I have, and I just love making Christmas cards. I think Christmas and fall are my favorite cards, and time of the year to craft and make cards, scrapbook. Okay, almost done. 2 more. These guys, you kind of have to play with it a little bit to see where they fit, because it's not like a, you know, it's not like each petal is the same. So just keep rotating it until it fits, and then you're good to go. Okay. Last one, last but not least. Let's see here. This one I gotta, nope. 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 Of course it would be the last one. It's always the case, right? The last one. Okay, let me run this through. Okay, now we just get to put it all together. Oh, I forgot to stamp the inside. I totally forgot. Okay, hold on. I gotta give me 1 second. I need this block. And so there in your stamp set there's this little like cluster of dots. And I think you can use it for a number of things. I'm going to use it just to stamp the inside of my poinsettias. Poinsettia. I just have to do the top one. So just on the smallest one that I've stamped and cut out, I'm just going to stamp the little dots to give it sort of a center. Okay, now we get to put it all together. Let's see here. I'm going to use a little liquid glue right at the center. And here's the thing. When I'm placing my one poinsettia over the other one, I'm going to look. You'll see there's kind of 2 clusters, 2 petals that are kind of closer together. And then there's these guys here that are completely opposite each other, and they're farther away. Can you see that these 2 are kind of closer and these 2 are kind of closer? The ones that are farther away, there's a gap here. That's where I'm going to aim to put those. If that makes sense. I wanted to kind of fill that void. Okay, let's glue this down. Adhere this to my card front. There's a nice little rectangle spot for us here. I normally would use dimensionals, but I'm going to use dimensionals on some of our flowers here. So I'm not going to do that. Okay, I'm just looking at my samples. How did I do this again? Okay, so this guy's going to go first. I think I'm going to use liquid glue just so I have a little bit more control. Hi, Stephanie. I'm glad to have you join me during your lunch. I count that an honor because that coveted lunchtime, you could be doing many things. So thank you for joining me. I appreciate it. Okay, so that little sprig goes there. The smaller of the 2 greenery sprigs is going to go next. Now I'm just putting a little adhesive just at the bottom because this end kind of hangs off. It's kind of... flapping. Oh, I'm definitely more over on this card than my sample. Next will come actually, no, I got to do this first. Let's do this. We'll do the other greenery on the other side, which, let's see here if I can figure out where I want it to go. How about there? Kind of along the bottom. They are coming out a little different, these two cards, which I love. And then my poinsettia is going to kind of cover the, whatever that is called there. That little space in between where everything kind of collides. My poinsettia will strategically cover, seam, that's what it is. That's the word I'm looking for. Will strategically cover my seam there. Okay, then for the top, I'm going to do my holly leaves. Again, I'm just going to put a little glue at the bottom because, I don't know, I don't really want it seeping out underneath my evening evergreen piece there. This, I guess, is the end. Okay, 1, whoops, it's not quite dry. 2, and then my holly leaves, and then we're done with liquid glue. Like this. And then I'm going to use, where is it? There it is, my Take Me or Pipe tool, and I'm just going to use that to kind of push it down. Doot, 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 doot. Now, I wanted to add a little bit of an embellishment because, hello, of course. And goodness, I went back and forth, like, what do I use? And I always, oh my gosh, I always use rhinestones, but I just love them. I can't help myself. I was going to use, what was I going to use? I had something else in my hand, and I'm like, I'm sorry, I can't. I just have to, I have to use the rhinestones. I know I use them a lot. Okay, let's see here. We're going to use a small one there. There are 3 sizes. I'm going to use a bunch of small ones, and then 1 medium-sized one. So 1 there, maybe 1 up there. Do I want 1 there? Or do I want it? I think I want it there. Whoops. And then I'm going to take 1 medium and put it down here at the bottom. I can't help it. I love the rhinestones. They're like, the rhinestones and my pearls are my go-to embellishment. I think they've been around forever. I love them, though. I can't help myself. This isn't a suite, Stephanie. It is a trio bundle. So if you've received the mini catalog, you'll find it on page 43. It's not a suite. So you're going to have to pull from, designer series paper. But it does, because it's a trio suite, you get your stamp set, you get an embossing folder, and where's the dies? The dies are everywhere now. But you get the Merriest frames. So it's not a full suite, and then it comes with designer paper, embellishments, the whole thing, but it is hello value, right? There's a lot of opportunity here. It's similar to the Art in Bloom bundle that we have in the annual catalog. Okay, for the inside, I totally lost my cherry cobbler ink pad. Hold on, it's here somewhere. There it is. It's hiding on me. For the inside, I'm keeping things super, super simple, and I'm just going to stamp the season greetings in cherry cobbler ink. Okay. Oh, Karen, you need it. It's so good. It's so, so good. And you could, like, easily bypass it and not really realize it's this trio bundle, but I think there's just so, so much you can do with it. And I love that it comes with 3 components that you can use together or separately. Okay, so here's my evening evergreen. Here's my shaded spruce. My question is to you, this one's upside down. It doesn't really matter. It's all the same. But which one do you like? Which one do you prefer more? Do you like the shaded spruce? It's a little brighter green. Or do you like the deeper green, the deeper evening evergreen? So let me know in the comments. Let me know which one you prefer. And I'm curious. I was going to make this one, and then I thought, no, I'm going to switch it up just a little bit. And then, because I'm just in love with the evening evergreen color. I just love it so, so much. Okay, so again, all this is in the mini catalog, which will go live August 3rd. Make sure it gets on your wish list. If your wish list is long, if you plan on placing an order over $100, my suggestion to you would be to get the starter kit. During celebration, the starter kit is $99, and you get $125 worth of product plus a free bundle that you can choose from 12 of them. And that is running through celebration. So if your wish list is like mine, it still is, or if you are placing at least $100 order, I just recommend joining. You don't have to have parties, you don't have to sell, but let's talk about it more and get you more information. Thank you everyone so much for joining me today. I had such a blast. I hope you see you tomorrow night over on Facebook, and I will see you next week. Thanks everyone for watching. Bye-bye.